Veronika from OnSinch support team, and today I will show you our new feature, which is in the first version of implementation, and that it's electronic signatures that can and hopefully will help you ease your administrative workload, because we believe that less paper always better. So first, I would like to just start with some background or short introduction. What is it about? So we already have in the system feature that you can add a contract to the people, but the signing process, even if it was electronically by some companies that specialize only solely in this electronic signature business, or perhaps you did the signing manually on paper in the office. So this part up to now was kind of missing in the system, and we added now for you. And it's not only about graphically about the signing process, but we also have a certification from certified authorities that grant certificates for signatures to companies. So the signatures and the sealed documents are valid. So it's also a legally official thing. Of course, it depends on country-specific legal processes in your countries. For example, in Czech Republic, it's not so that long ago that we can officially sign contracts electronically. So it will be available, but always you need to check in your country if everything is fine. So that's just in the background. First, I have to say that the signature tool is kind of fresh new, so we are still polishing some things. We have still some plan to add more, and of course, as usual, we'll be grateful for your feedbacks and insight to kind of move this forward and improve it. So I will now start sharing my screen, and I will go over what's the process. So once the online signatures are available for you in your system, there are a couple of things and settings that need to be done. So we will just now go through a quick presentation of the process. I'm now sharing the screen. Hopefully it's well visible. I guess, I hope. Let us know in the chat if not. So I have here, this is our OnSinch demo version. And first, to actually use the electronic signature tool is that you need to have set up the contract. So we will go now to the settings and the stuff page and contract types. Probably you know this page. I have here prepared my sample, my agency contract, and I will now go to edit it. And perhaps you are using the contract just to mark that the information that somewhere the contract somehow exists, but you didn't use our template box for inserting the actual content of the contract. This is needed for the signature be active. So without that, it's not active. So we can title the contract, add the validity if needed, and the important thing here is to use the template type as text, where you can insert your template contract from Word or PDF or wherever you are using into this text form. Here, maybe, as I was mentioning, not everyone was using this text editor. You can use here a list of available placeholders that are these yellow boxes, and that means that this text, which is written, is static. It will be same in every contract generated. However, these placeholders will take the specific information from the specific staff member profile. So it will be always filled with information about specific person. I have here just on the right side, hopefully you can see it well, the preview of the contract. It's a simple one-page contract, but of course it depends how you have it. And if I scroll down here to these text, yeah, and we are now at the very bottom. You can upload here your company stamp with the signature. So it's also two-sided. So there will be your agency and also the staff member. And here on this, above this placeholders yellows, I have prepared the place for the actual e-signature. So I can stay here, and here I can just click on the button add staff member signature placeholder, and this blue box was added. So this is the actual box where the signature will be. Like this, if I'm confident with the template, I can save it. And now we have the contract prepared in the system for use. And the second step, of course, is to add it to the specific staff member. I will use here our well-known Harry helper. So I will find him. This is his profile. And let's go to the basic tab, and we can see that on this contract part that currently he does not have any valid contract. So here we will click on add. And from list of available contracts, I will select this, my agency contract. This is the one that I was just saving. I can state here the validity for this specific staff member. In our case, we can leave it without dates as it general contract. And here is important in this section document. Perhaps you were using no document, or you were uploading file that you got from some other source. But in this case, to e-sign it, we need to generate it from template. That's our template we just created. And here, if we scroll a bit down, there is information from Harry Helper's profile. And these are the placeholders, the yellow boxes that are always replaced with information that are somewhere in the app or in the profile. And like this, we can click on preview because we think it's okay. And then we can see preview. This is kind of how the contract will be looking. And we can click on save and send for e-signature. And now the contract is on its way to Head Helper. He will shortly receive the email that there's a document that's pending to be signed. If we now click on this basic tab, we can see that he has a contract and it's pending to be signed. I will just now show you here in the communication how the email that the Head Helper will receive look like. So it looked like this, just simple email. There's a document pending. And now I will just let me switch to Head Helper. Yeah, I think. Because the way how it works is that the header will receive an email that there's a document to be signed, but the actual signing requires that he log into the system. So it's another safety, another safe level that it's verifying that it's actually really is this person, not just somebody that maybe by accident could get into his email. So I will now log into OnSinch as heading. And let's check the pro-click from the email. So he will click on the email, there's the document, he will sign in using his OnSinch credentials, and he can here check the contract. Everything is okay, and just click on sign the document and sign it. according to like what the European Union, for example, considers signature is everything that the person use for confirming. So it can be really just this, or it doesn't need to be really like the real signature as we are used to. If he is confident with the signature, click on sign. And in this moment, it usually takes a second or two. In this moment, the system and the certificate is sealing the document, verifying again that this is really Harry Helper from his profile, and it's saving this meta technical, let's say, information to the file. So now the signature was saved, and Harry is fine starting or working again. We can also check in his profile. We are still as Harry Helper. And in the contracts, he has this contract. And if we open the PDF, he can download it, also save it to his files or wherever he needs to do. So this is basically everything that the staff member needs to do. If we now go back to the administrators, now Harry Helper signed the document. So again, there is a notification for admins. They will receive a notification that the document was signed, so they can follow up with your other procedures, filing in HR, verifying the profile, or anything else. And if we update now the page, we can see information that Harry Helper signed the contract. And let's now click on the contract and open the detail, where again, you can see the same PDF that you can download. And here it's important, like this, the base of the signature is that it was signed. And this other info, these weird numbers and letters, it's again the verification that from which device it was done, that it was this person logged in IP address. So it's that it was really verified that this is this person. If the payout method that is associated with the contract has some limits, you will also see the limits there. On the topic of the certificate, I want to show you also that the certificate we have as the system is also shown in the file. Let me just open, I think. Open, yeah, this. It's always with the sharing. Yeah, now I think you see it. So this is the file of the contract I open in a PDF reader. In this case, it's Adobe. And yeah, you can see the blue line that it was certified, that it was electronically sealed by the authority we have. There are details of the signature of the electronic certification, that the document was not edited later. So just for you to know that it's also authorized in this way. And we can go back to our OnSinch. Yes. So this is basically the process. Also, we can check here in the stuff list in the contracts that there is a new column stating if the contract was signed or if it's pending. So you can from here filter pending contracts and remind the staff members to sign it or follow up with them somehow. So this is the basic process how it is now. You can send as many contracts as you want. There's no limit on the number of signatures, or Harry Helper can have more contracts that are electronically signed. So there's no limit on that. And I have here also some notes what is on our radar for the future. You might not ask. First, I will maybe check if we have any questions in the chat. So far, I guess not. So, of course, if you have any, write it there or later to us, of course. I can mention that there are things that are on our radar to edit to this feature. And that's, for example, option for staff members when they receive the contract to kind of reject it in case they don't agree with something, or maybe the data are not incorrect or something. So it's on our radar to plan to add this. Currently, if it happens that you send a contract to staff member and they let you know in a different way that they don't agree or that there's something else, you just, if we open it here, Nikki, in the basic tab, she has the contract pending. So if it happens that he reached out to you and you need to change the contract, you need to delete the contract and do it again. Since it's like issued and sent, there are no changes. No changes can be done. So it's always need to delete it and edit again. We are also thinking about some reminders for contracts that were not signed yet and are pending on the staff member side for some time. So this is also on our radar for you to know. Currently, when you start using the feature and maybe you have ending period of all contracts, maybe in 6 months or a couple of months, you can, as I was mentioning, filter here the pending signatures and remove them or kind of follow up with the staff members. So these are our plans also. And of course, we have from you and from all the users, since this is the topic that it's very different in also in country and each segment, about the contracts validity and when the contracts are signed and how and at which moment. So we are gathering also this information, how to generate the contracts. For example, it's also on our radar to have some kind of option to bulkily generate the contracts. So there are a lot of things connected. So we'll be happy to receive your feedback and insights. Some of them we already have, but of course, if you start using it, you will have also feedbacks from your staff members or admins that are using. So we'll be happy to hear that. And yeah, we really think that this can help to ease your workflow in terms of recruitment and HR processes, and together with other features such as verifying certain attributes, verifying profiles. If you have SMS gateway, you can verify validity of the phone number. So it's like a combination of activities that can help you have like secure database in terms of HR, legal, administrative things. So everything is in the system and clear what was done and when. So we are happy about it. And yeah, so I think this was all I wanted to mention. Let me check if we have any questions here. One question we already have, and I can answer it here. So we know that it's the validity of the link in the email, that it's not expiring currently. So the email with the link is valid as long as the administrator didn't remove the contract from the staff member profile. And this is something also that we are thinking if there should be any set period within which the document can be signed. So that's also on our radar to like think about this kind of things. And a couple of things that we think to edit to the PDFs and maybe to the placeholders. So again, we have our plans, and we will get your feedback, of course. So we plan to also develop these things. But I'm sure, personally, I really like it. It's very modern, and less paper the better. And it's the certificate I was mentioning that we are granted. So the document is official, and you have proof that the person signed it. In this case, so I will just check if we don't have any other questions, which we don't. So I think from the demonstration part, it's all. In terms of the feature, like technically, it's not available automatically now in your system. So if you would like to test it, try it, and start using it, please let us know either to me or to Cyril or to support email, and we can take a look at it. And also don't hesitate to reach to us when I go here to the contract types, to setting up the text template, and as with the placeholders and the formatting, it can be sometimes a bit tricky. So yeah, we are ready to help you with that. So I think if that's it, then thank you all for coming. And of course, any questions about this or any other things, you can reach to us at support OnSinch, or to me or my colleague Cyril. And we will be looking forward to meet you at some next webinar where we will introduce some our new bigger feature. So thank you all, and have a nice rest of the afternoon.